How are you breathing? You're breathing fine? That's what's up. So today we're continuing in the series of breathing and singing. And today we're talking about how to manage your breath while you are singing. Now you know how to take a deep breath and breathe in the right direction. I believe you've been doing that. Now, after you have breathed, you've taken in that breath and your lungs are filled and you have enough support for your breath. For your singing. How do you manage that breath? It's possible for you to breathe well and then waste all the air while you're singing. So we're talking about two basic things here. How to release the right amount of air when you're singing. And secondly, very important, is how to maintain a steady flow of air, especially when you're sustaining a note or you're doing a tie. You need to be able to maintain a steady flow of air. Now, three things happen when you're singing. First is the air you need to take off. When you're going to start your first phrase, your first release of air, maybe when you're pronouncing the first word or you're doing a hum or something, the first air that comes out, you need to be in control of that. A lot of people, when they breathe in and then they're going to start singing, the first time they open their mouth, all the lungs go empty. Like the first, everything just comes out. So you need to be able to control that. Now, the second thing that you also need to be in control of is you need to know how to take a quick, sharp breath in the middle of your singing. That's how you manage your phrasing. For example, you're singing a line, you're already out of breath. You have just like a second to breathe. You need to learn how to catch a quick breath in the middle of your singing and not mess up the singing. And the third thing is also how to release a steady flow of air when you're singing. So you're not, your breathing is when you're breathing out as you sing, it's not all loud and messing up your singing. So let's start from taking the deep breath. We already worked about on that. So when you have taken your breath, the first time when you're going to sing, the first opening of your mouth, usually the vowels that takes a lot of air when you're singing. So you're probably saying, or maybe the phrase of the song is, "Oh, how I love you," and then the first is, "Oh, how I love you." Your first "oh," you need to manage the amount of air. It has to be just the appropriate amount of air that comes out so that it's not all loud, and then you don't breathe out all the air you've taken in the middle, in the first instance. Now, another problem is, do not try to lock the air in. Some people, in the bit of managing their breath, they stop breathing. You don't need to stop breathing. You just need to manage, that amount of air that comes out. So let's say you're singing, "Oh, how I love you," and then you took your deep breath. Breathe in, down low, and then you're going to sing. You don't just go, "Oh, how I love you." Your first, "Oh, how I love you." So you need to be able to manage that breath to take you all through that first phrase of your singing. Now, catching a quick breath in the middle of your singing. For example, let's say you're singing "My Help." My help, my help. After the first phrase, I took a quick breath. Now, you don't breathe and make it loud, like "my help, my..." No. Don't do that. You need to learn how to take that quick breath. So you just, like you're gasping. It's one of the exercises you need to do to help your breathing. You know how someone shocks you and you're, like that. So you need to learn to do that quietly, silently, and then even in that short time, you're taking enough breath. So you can practice, like, breathe in, breathe out, empty your lungs and go. So you gasp and then you hold it and then you release it. So can we go again, like... So if you practice that over and over and over again, you learn how to catch a quick breath in the middle of your singing. Now, releasing a steady flow of air when you are singing is very, very important, especially when you're holding your notes. For example, you're saying "my help," like we were using that as an example. My help. it's just like one straight stream of air. It just keeps flowing out. So you're not going to do my hair, but then it's not steady. It messes up your singing. So one of the exercises you can do to practice how to release a steady flow of air when you're singing is take a deep breath, breathe in through your mouth, through your nose, breathe in through the nose, and then release it through your mouth like a hiss. So you breathe in like that, then you take a deep breath. So you keep doing that until you empty your lungs completely. Then you breathe in again and do that. So if you continue to do that, you learn how to manage and, produce a steady stream of air when you're singing or when you're holding a note. And you can also do that using a vowel sound. So you take a deep breath and you go, like that. Just keep going until until your lungs are empty. So that's how far we're going to go today, managing your breath. So we've talked about how to take a deep breath, how to manage the first release of air, the first pause of air when you want to start singing. And we also talked about how to catch a quick breath in the middle of your singing. And we also talked about how to release a steady flow of air during your singing. So those 3 things, those are your assignment for the week. Keep working, keep practicing, keep breathing right, and keep singing well. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.